You're welcome to the main interview segment of the New Dawn, and this is where we discuss something topical in the society. Now we are shifting our focus to content creation, and content creation is one of the tools that is being used these days to create employment, make people workable, and also make them acquire some digital skills. So we want to look at it, creativity, building strategies for business, and how we can sustain that to become a very viable tool for employment, especially in Africa and Nigeria. And we have two guests in the house who will be doing justice to our topic, as our topic is turning content creation into sustainable job or income. Our guest joining us via Zoom from London is Dr. Risi Sanusi, who is a human resources consultant and lawyer. Good morning, Dr. Risi. Okay, pairing Dr. Risi here in the pairing Dr. Risi here in the studio is Nifemi Spencer, an award-winning content creator. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing? And Dominic Agbera is also here. We'll be doing the program together and taking you along from now till about 10:30. Good morning.
I thought you wanted to say award-winning Dominic Agbera. But let's start. Charity, they say, begins from home.
And I'm here on New Dawn.
Let's start from the studios. Let's look at content creation, really. To you, what is content creation and what is not, content creation? As a content creator yourself, I'm sure you must have actually seen quite a lot of content on social media, and then you nodded your head in approval to say, yes, this is it. And then you must have also seen a lot that you were like, that made you to cringe. So for you, what's content really? What's content and what is not content?
So for me, I think content is something that is very, very valuable, something that can change your life, something that people can learn from. And you know about the century and what people do most time is when they see clouds, they try to post. That is not content. That is what I am down our brand. Content creation is something that takes a lot of creativity. A lot of people don't know that content creation is a full-time job. It's a full-time job. It's not something you just do by the way. It comes with structure. It comes with precision. It comes with intentionality. So that's a lot. So now, and for everybody doing content now, they just feel you just need to take your camera, make a post, and put online. But right now, we have a lot of children watching stuff online. So if you are putting out a content, you need to understand that why am I putting out this content? What is the reason for this content? What value is this content giving? And it has to be very, very educative. So that's content for me.
Okay, let's...
Dr. Risi, let's come to you, Dr. Sanusi. What's your thoughts really about how the craze really for content creation in Nigeria today? We see a lot of people doing a lot of things in order to actually get that followership and viewership on social media. I've seen people go to the extreme. Some persons would actually, roam about their rooms naked just because they want, to get people to view, their content and the rest of them. What's your thought about all of this? And yeah.
I'm here.
Oh, you couldn't get that.
Okay, can you give us a...
I'm unable to... I can hear the lady. I can hear the lady very well.
Okay, let me...
The gentleman that was...
okay, let me relay his question to you.
I couldn't hear him at all.
Let me relay his question to
Okay.
you. He's trying to ask you what content creation is, especially when we come online now and we see that people are doing some nudity and bringing out their private parts. Some people are showing what is not supposed to be shown online for the fact that they want to create content, and is asking you what really is content creation. Is what we are seeing online these days content creation? So your opinion on that?
Okay, I think anyone in their right mind would know that anyone that comes online, on social media to do that thing is an abuse of the process. There are always a good side and a bad side to every situation, just like we have two sides to a coin. And when you're talking of content creation, people come on to do all sorts, but I know for that some of these network, they actually ban people doing things like that. You know, it's not, people go on for the sake of gaining followers, for the sake of earning income. And it's actually up to you to, what's the word, screen out what you don't want to see and what you would like to see. The fact that anyone comes on board to show their private part, I mean, we all know you don't have to do that. But because of the digital age that we're in, abuse is very rampant. And that's all I can say about that. It doesn't, of course, you have some people that are interested in looking at things like that. And you have people that they've never even seen anything like that. They know why they are on social media. They know they're there for genuine reasons, for, if I say productivity, then it's a relative word to so many people. You determine what is productive to you. But for the likes of you and I, we know what we go on social media for. We know why we use social media. We know why we promote our products or services on social media. And we know the type of services and products that we provide on social media. So it's very relative. People that do otherwise, I mean, it's just an abuse of the system and process. That's all there is.
Okay, let me take you to the legal angle of it. If you are on social media as a content creator, do you need to follow any law, or is there any law binding someone on social media, and how can the law be known? So a lot of people do not know that there are laws binding a lot of things, and I know that social media or content creation is one of them. So take us through the law angle of content creation and what you think people are doing wrongly under the law.
Okay, basically, even before you look at the law, look at the moral angle. We all have a moral conscience to do what is right. And sometimes, or most times, some people abuse that. You know, for example, you use people that go online and show their nakedness. You know morally you're not supposed to do that. And I know for a start that Facebook, even the ordinary WhatsApp that we all have the opportunity to report content that are undesirable. If you're affected by any content that is undesirable, you have the opportunity to report that to Facebook and to WhatsApp. Most of the social media platform will block you as well if they know. I mean, Facebook, I remember a long time ago, not because I posted anything undesirable. Sometimes it's even just a thin line between what is right and what is wrong, a very, very thin line. And Facebook blocked me. I was like, what did I do wrong? And it wasn't because I posted anything, you know, untoward, but they have. And it's just like WhatsApp as well. You know, there are group, what's the word? You have some kind of a monitoring outcomes that will guide you on what you need to put on the group. Recently as well, there was a law that came out in the last couple of months about, you know, cyberbullying. You know, if you record people that you're having a conversation with without their consent, you know, that's against the law as well. You know, if you say you have an evidence against somebody online and then you're recording them without them being aware of it, that's the social media angle, taking control away from people. Because when social media first came, when the digital economy first came on, everyone rushed to it. everyone was happy that there was an angle where you could express yourself
Okay.
freely. But when abuse became rampant, the social media platform themselves decided to introduce measures, and these measures are still ongoing because social media is evolving every day. There are different angles to social media input. And every day people, before we had Facebook, Instagram came in, now we've got TikTok, we've got so many social media outlets that so many people have not even explored. And those ones that are not even in the open yet, people are doing all sorts on them. But social media service providers, they are coming up and they're, in control and they know people are not even aware of what they are doing. Some people are just going on to do all sorts. But the law, is caving in quietly and sensitizing people onto what to do.
Okay, Dominic.
I'm trying to, at the moment, I'm going through my research now, trying to bring up, maybe during the course of the discussion,
All right. Okay, we'll come back to that.
Give you some of the laws that are prevalent.
Okay.
No problem.
During the course of discussion.
All right.
No problem. Now, you are an award-winning content creator. First and foremost, tell us the award that you won, really, bordering on content creation, and tell us how difficult it is really to, become a content creation.
Okay, so I'm a two-time Southwest Content Creator of the Year, powered by Synergy Award. It's the biggest award in Southwest as of today. So, and I've won that 2 times back to back. Now, talking about the other aspect of being a content creator, you all know that Abeokuta is Abeokuta, and I'm a content creator living in Abeokuta. I'm a content creator from Abeokuta. So I have to work harder than everybody to be seen, which is not something that is as easy as people see, because about people turn me down for collaboration.
What made it hard? I mean, being a content creator residing in Abeokuta.
It's just because a lot of people feel like this Abeokuta is not the hub for social media. I feel like it's not. They don't want to like associate with brands in Abeokuta, because to be fair, what we project outside has a lot of disadvantage to how people see Abeokuta. About people coming to Abeokuta to see me, and they tell me, oh, you have Burger King, oh, you have this in Abeokuta. Because on social media, everybody's always projecting the insecurities of Abeokuta. Like Abeokuta is just one local place. So now, coming up as a content creator from Abeokuta, and I wanted to do it in Abeokuta, I wanted people to see, and people coming back to let people know that from Abeokuta, you can be a content creator and a global brand. So I have to like showcase Abeokuta in a different way. I have to showcase what I can do in a different way. About collaborations from people, and I'll tell them, oh, I'm in Abeokuta. They'll tell me, I cannot work with you, you're in Abeokuta. But for me, saying Abeokuta, I've been able to work with Lipton. Lipton is a global brand. I've been able to work with Dangote. A brand ambassador to Pico Travels and Tour. I've been able to work with Burger King. And I did all of that from Abeokuta here. So it is just me trying to know that I have a structure that I need to push. I'm a brand myself. I'm from Abeokuta. And I need to put Abeokuta on the map. So for that purpose, I was precise with what I want to put outside. Now, content creation these days does not come with structure. A lot of people just feel, as my Nene colleague said, a lot of people just come online to post stuff because of followership. Now, you can have a followership and not a community. Community is different from just having followers. Community are people that when you put stuff outside, they bank on it. Now, if you don't have community, there's no way a brand will come and meet you and tell you they want you to influence for them or represent them. So what we do is, as this topic states, that how do you make money off content creation? You make money off content creation by having a community, by having a brand that preaches positive things outside, a brand that people can resonate with, a brand that people can relate to, a brand people can see the growth.
I used to think it's only about negativity.
No. So now if I'm pushing out negativity, how do a brand like Lipton come to me and tell me they want me to represent them? A lot of people don't understand that content creation is a life-changing thing. We're just scratching the surface. A lot of people are still coming behind us that when it happens, let's talk about the kids now. You see a 5-year-old kid operating a tab effortlessly without any knowledge, just from watching stuff. Now, that 5-year-old kid in the next 5 years can operate a plane. Now, think about AI coming to this space now. A lot of people feel like AI is something that will affect your creativity. But if you can use AI the best way, it's a tool to create things better. So now, negativity is for people with small mind. What is the essence of what you are doing? Why are you doing it? For me, I'm doing it because I want people to know that this can be done from Abeokuta. I'm a brand ambassador to Ogun State. I'm a brand ambassador to Abeokuta. I need to fly that flag. Now, if you are thinking about the fact that, oh, Abeokuta is a local space, you push that negativity. What does that bring to your table? What food does that give you? How do you make it in for yourself?
Now, looking at your success story, really, I'm sure many people will be wondering, how did you get into content creation? I mean, they also want to replicate some of the things that, or achieve some of the things you are achieving. So I ask you, how did you get into content creation? Did you go and study under somebody, or what?
So now, anybody that has a phone, a smartphone, can be a content creator. But then, content creator and a brand content creator is two different things. So now for me, I started content creator as, how would I put it? I was just doing stuff on the road. A friend of mine made a video, then we posted it, then it went off online. At that time, there was no structure. I didn't know what I was doing. So when I realized that, oh, okay, this thing is going, and I'm educated, I went to school, I'm a graduate of economics. You have to know the difference between someone that didn't go to school and someone that went to school. So I sat down. Content creation for me was something I learned on the job. Because now that I saw that I have the followership, I see people engaging with my post. Now, what do I want to put outside? What do I want people to learn from me? Then I went back, took research, checked other people's posts. I studied people, and I studied people that had the same age like mine, saw what they were doing, that was giving them the best, learned from them. Now everybody feels like...
From afar.
Yes, from afar. Everybody feels like there's a subtle competition. If you are doing something and it works for you, and it resonates with what I do, I don't have any issue coming to tell you that, my bro, please, can you help me? How did you get this done? So I did all of that for a year. I've been in content creation since 2023. I didn't make money off it till 2025 this year. So that was 2 years of building, 2 years of learning, 2 years of putting stuff outside, 2 years of checking everything I put out and checking which one resonates with the people I'm building with. Then when I realized this was what they wanted, this was what resonated with them the most, I started working on it and we got here.
So that means you had a business plan.
Yes, I
even
have
before,
it too.
and a brand strategy
Yes.
even before going into it.
Yes.
Take us through that journey, because a lot of people see planning business as a way of wasting their time. They just rush into any business they want to do and do it for making profit alone and not sustaining it. Okay. So how can this content creation be sustained? Since we are talking about employment and making it a career in this digital age. So how can it be sustained? How can you build a business plan for it? And how can you be so creative that your content will bring in what you want it to bring in?
So at first, I'll say don't go in for the money.
Okay.
Because now, going in for the money waters down your creativity. Now, you need to know what you want to do. You need to have a purpose. You need to have what your brand stands for. Now, what is the purpose of you creating content? Am I creating content because I want people to see me? Am I creating content because I just want to be popular? Or am I creating content because I want to make a better life for myself? That's the questions you need to ask. Now, if you have that questions answered, who are the people around you? Now, because I am Chris Spencer, but I have a lot of people behind Chris Spencer. I'm a brand. I have people I work with. Now, if you're going to be making money off content creation, you need to have a purpose for it. You need to have a niche for it. You have to have people that you work with. You need to have agencies that you work with. That's where the law part of it, the legal part of it comes in, because it's a slave trade, in the sense that we have people that work and try to take advantage of your creativity. I've had brands come in, give me a contract of 1 year for nothing. And I take it to my legal practitioners, check this, and they give me the clause, and I return it back. I'm not doing 1 year, I'm doing 3 months. Give or take, if you want it or not. where you see other people jump on that same thing because they feel
Seeing
like
that as a
way
step for
yes.
them.
And now you have to value yourself. You have to value yourself because at first, going in for money, what are everything you stand for? But if you have value and you build that value and you understand the fact that, oh, I'm a value myself, and you have people that can sell that value you have to other brands, you start making money off it. Now, how do you sustain that? You sustain that by learning. You sustain that by learning and putting out the best after the best every other time. Because it's a market that everybody wants to come to. So now why am I choosing you? Why am I going to pay you to do something? It's because if I pay you to do something, you are giving me the best of it. And now everybody's not putting effort in this because they feel like, oh, if I have numbers on TikTok, I can make money. You can have 100,000 followers on Instagram and not make one naira because there's no structure. It's just like every other business you have to build. You can start a business today, build for 2 years before you start making money. So while the 2 years is going, you have to sustain the business to be able to give you money. It's just like every other thing you do in life. Content creation is not just because you have a phone, you can do stuff. It is a full-time job, man. All those videos that you see online of 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds, you can edit that video for 3 days. You compress a clip of 1 hour to 2 minutes. Do you know the type of creativity that goes into that? And that same video, someone else can do that same video and have 100,000 views. But me, I can make that same video and put 2,000 views on that post, and I'm making money than that 100,000 views because the message is different. At the end of the day, it boils down to what do you stand for. You cannot start from negativity and think you make money off it.
Okay, let's come to our human resources consultant and look at the aspect of making money for the government. And if government is to look at the content creation as a career, can they be taxed? And if they are going to be taxed, how sustainable is taxing be? Will the government know each content creators that we have in Nigeria first or in Africa? How do they bring in money from content creation to the government coffers?
You know, I'm laughing because I used to wonder as well that there's so many of them. How is the government going to cope? And I'm meant to be on holiday at the moment because I came here for my daughter's wedding. Okay. You understand? So, and incidentally, last week I was reading about the tax law, the new tax law, trying to familiarize myself. And then yesterday morning as well. And already, I mean, I couldn't hear what the gentleman in the middle was saying, but a little bit I could hear. I mean, kudos to him. He's got very good backbone support, you know, that is helping him to sort his SM business, you know, legally. The Nigerian government at the moment, all content creators, they are required to register their businesses and to pay taxes. We all know that come January 1st, somebody said it's a Happy New Year, but we don't know if it's going to be Happy New Year for most people. You know, come January 1st, whether you like it or not, whether you're a content creator or you're in business, you have to pay tax. And it depends, you know, I know a lot of people that are doing online businesses, earning in dollars, pounds, and the money, you know, they're really happy about it because they were not paying tax. You know, it was an easier way of making money. I mean, kudos to the fact that the digital economy has enabled a lot of people to be billionaires or millionaires. You know, everybody can depend on the government to create jobs, to give them jobs. You know, and kudos to our young people because, you know, they could turn to something else, you know. They could turn to, you know, being drug pushers and all that. But thank God to social media, they're flexing their tentacles in the right direction. So the new tax coming into effect January 1st, I'm not really a tax person. I really don't like figures. It's going to affect a lot of us as well because we do a lot of, if you want to grow, you have to go online. Look at me, you and I now, I'm in another continent, you're in Nigeria, you understand? And the fact that some people will say, oh, I'm working remotely. And because I'm working remotely, COVID has its good side and its bad side. I'm employed in England, but I'm in Nigeria working remotely. Depending on the number of days, even if you're working remotely, you're still working remotely online. Depending on the number of days that you spend in Nigeria, I think it's about 180 something, I can't remember from the top of my head. You know, if you spend that long, you'll be eligible to pay tax depending on how much you're raking in. So really, in as much as we may think, how will the government know if you're bringing in money? I suppose if the way I'm looking at it and the way my understanding is, if it gets into your account, if you pay into your account, they will see it. They will see where the money is coming in from. And that's how you get taxed annually, not the moment your money comes in. There is a threshold. There is a threshold. You know, it's not that if you're earning $2,000, they're going to get, you're going to pay tax, or if you're earning $500, you're going to pay tax. There is a threshold. But the government is, because even abroad, you know, I mean, I lived in England for over 40 years. And any money that comes, you know, we have what we call national insurance. Everybody, whether you're working for the government or whether you're not, you have your national insurance number. And I think that's the angle that this renewed hope chapter, you know, is aiming towards, so that they'll be able to capture everybody and the type of business that you do. It's not going to be easy to capture everybody, but Nigeria is moving towards that come January 1st. And there's been a lot of education, you know, media education programs trying to sensitize people on how this will be done, so that people don't think that they have been taken advantage of. I hope I've been able to answer your question. It's to most of us, we actually don't know how they're going to be able to capture this yet. But we all know, you know, if everyone is being encouraged to get a TIN number, if you don't have a TIN number, that's actually going to be another minus on your side. And with your TIN number, they'll be able to capture how much you are earning. If it is personal income or from the business side, the government will be able to capture that.
Let us also, I don't know if you can hear me now, Dr. Sanusi. Can you hear me now, Dr. Sanusi?
Okay.
Okay, you can hear me.
Yes,
now,
I can.
Now, let's take a look at it. Social content creation is actually becoming the in thing now, as a matter of fact. And then you also alluded to it in your submission that, I mean, many who actually are making a lot from content creation, you know, where people who have not been able to get engaged by government and of course other blue chip companies physically are actually doing their thing on social media, and of course it's actually helping them really to survive, as a matter of fact. Now it is gaining traction. It's one area almost everybody wants to get into. But earlier on we talked about how many people are going about it the wrong way. Do you think we are having enough of enlightenment, you know, about how content creation is done and should be done? And if you think we are not, what do you think we should be doing in order to sensitize people, in order to enlighten people on content creation, how best to go about it? Or do you think that we should just continue to leave people to do anything they like, you know, because that will continue to make our space, our social media space, very porous?
Definitely, I mean, it's like raising a child. Once you give birth to a child in your own household, in everybody's household, you know the rules. As the child develops, the child knows the rules and regulation. And we're in a digital economy, especially the fact that, you know, most of the time before, when they used to talk about Nigeria, you know, they say, oh, it's a, I remember one of the UK Prime Minister, when he was overheard in saying, oh, Nigeria is the most
Fantastically corrupt.
corrupt nation. Remember, I think it was Cameroon. I think it was Cameroon. He was overheard saying that. But now, you know, our status is changing. And people are thinking positively and saying positive things about Nigeria. And Nigeria actually has one of the young man, I had to go online to check about Nifemi yesterday. I had to check his profile yesterday, you know. And Nigeria has one of the largest number of content creators, which means that we have an enabling economy that has, you know, created a lot of, I don't want to use the word business entrepreneurs, young people. And the fact is that we cannot leave it the way it is, like you said. Sometimes I go online and I see some stuff and I'm like, what on earth? And the government is doing the right thing now by coming on board to say, you know what, it's not just about paying taxes, it's about regulating what people are, you know, releasing on board. I mean, I think there was a time, even some universities, I think there was a time when Unilag banned content creation on campus. Unilag, they banned it because they're like, you know, they wanted to protect their image, and they felt that it was disrupting the academic activities of their students. That was a plus, you know. At the same time, now you yourself, you know, as a human being, we are looking at what we're putting online. And when we're talking about regulating what we put online, I think we need to talk about in terms of quality. And I'm not just talking about putting naked quality service as well. Because I was discussing this with about few people last week. I have issues with content creators that come online, you know your target audience, you know your followers, they trust you. But when it comes to providing the services, are you providing quality service? Nifemi is a brand ambassador. Yes, you're a brand ambassador. Yeah. You're promoting so many brands.
Yes, ma'am.
But how about those people that it is their services and products, and what they promote online is not what they give, what they provide offline? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Who is going to regulate those people? You have your followers online, they trust you, that's why they're following you, and that's why they buy into your services. But once they buy in, 50% of the time, the quality provided is -0. You promote your goods online, you promote your services online, and you get a buy-in. But offline, who regulates the quality of services that you provide? That's where I find the issues. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say now.
We do, yeah.
Yes,
We do. No, the question will be directed to Spencer here. If Dr. Sanusi is asking such question, that means she wants a regulatory body. She wants to know the regulatory body that supersedes what you are putting out to the people, because in a way you are influencing the psychic of people, you are making them take some decisions that could help the society. So what is the name of the regulation body that oversees your activity? One, then
Or
what
should there be?
or should there be, or do you have, or do you have, and then what is the digital skills that content creators must have? Since we are talking, we're seeing it as a career path. What are the skills that they must have before they can be seen as a professional, before people can see them as someone who wants to develop the economy and develop the people that are watching them?
So I'm not familiar if there's a regulator for the offline thing yet. But as I said earlier, before we got into the proper discussion, going for money waters down a lot of things. Now, for me, as I said, I filter out what I put outside. That's because from my own personal standpoint.
What's your niche again? What's your niche?
My niche. So now I'm a vlogger,
Okay.
a fashion lifestyle, a travel creator,
Okay.
and a philanthropist. That's what I do. So whatever it is I put out has to resonate with what I stand for. Now, I don't work with just any type of brands. If a brand is coming to me and I feel like whatever it is you are selling to me is not something I can use personally, I don't put it out. I don't work with them. But you can decide to work with them because of the money. So it just comes from the standpoint of your personal take. Until there's a regulator offline, but for now that you don't have any regulator yet, it comes down to what you want to put out. It comes down to what you stand for. It comes down to why you are doing what you do. Because now, as we said, you have a whole lot of responsibility. Because now, I can tell you, do this, and because you like me, you love what I do, you get to do it. And behind closed doors, I'm not doing what I'm telling you to do. So by chance or by leverage of what I have over you, I'm telling you to do something that is bad. So I'm not going to do that, because at the end of the day, I walk on the road and I get people walk to me and tell me they know me. So now imagine I'm telling you don't do this and you miss me and I'm doing that same thing that you're doing.
And you don't even know your community.
Yes, are you going to trust me? And that is where the value drops. That is where what we do has the negative influence on other people. So now for me and what I do, I try to put money aside. It's not a do or die affair. As I've said, I'm more of trying to put my city on the map. I'm more of trying to influence other creators that if you're in Abeokuta, don't sleep on it. It can happen. You can get this done. So I'm not going to put money above that because it's a value for me.
Are you focusing only on Abeokuta
I'm not
or
focused on
Ogun
Abeokuta.
State generally?
No. Like now, let's be very, very fair. Yeah, Abeokuta is the capital of Ogun State.
Ogun State, yeah.
No doubt about that. We have more people here than every other part of Ogun State. Now, I don't like to put it like this because there's no competition. But then, if you have, for Oyo, you have Ibadan. Most creators in Oyo are from Ibadan. And that has shed more light on Oyo State. So now, if you have more creators in Abeokuta, that will translate into Ijebu, Remo, and all this stuff. But if you are in Abeokuta, and what we are doing in Abeokuta is to just do the mediocre stuff, how do we influence stuff? It's not possible. Because I can say it, this is not by, I'm saying it with all humility. I'm like the first creator in Abeokuta that's worked with global brand.
Okay.
And that did just start in a day. I went through a lot of stuff. I went through a lot of rejection. I went through a lot of...
Yes, before we talk about the rejection, the challenges that you encountered while you were trying to make a name for yourself, still talking about the regulation she raised.
Yeah, that's where
would you actually advocate for a regulation, a regulatory body?
Yes.
So, some persons will feel that when regulatory bodies come in, they may actually clip the wings of many people, and many people will not be able to fly as they are flying now.
So that's where it comes in that before we have a regulation, we need to figure out what the regulation stands for. If they're not trying to slave trade us. Now, the reason I'm going to accept that is because we are going to have kids. I'm married. I'm praying to God for a bountiful blessing. I'm not going to stay in my house or leave the country, and because most of us have businesses here, most of us will raise our kids here. And I cannot just afford to have my kids watch all of these things online. So now, are you going to deprive your children the comfort of watching TV, or because you're not sure what they're going to watch online? So if you have a regulatory body that's able to filter that out. Why not? But now, this regulatory body that is coming in, are they going to be of advantage to us that are doing the right thing? Because to be fair, how many support are we getting from people? Right? So if you're not supporting us and you're coming to tell us
From
what to,
people or from the authorities?
yeah, from the authorities.
Okay.
Yeah, thank God for what our government is doing now that is shedding light on the states, the development that is coming in. Glory be to God. But we can do better. So now, talking about that, if I'm going to bring the regulatory body, then there should be a support system for me too, that we are getting. Not just come with, don't do this, don't do that. So now, if you are coming with a regulatory body, we need to be sure that if we are going to follow you with this that you are bringing it, is it not going to clip what we are doing? Is it going to be a better way for us? Because to be fair, we have better creators here. I myself, I know of Iyanu, I know of Ella, I know of other people that are doing well. I know about A9 Fly is the biggest drone pilot in Ogun State. But you see people bringing other creators from other states to come and do stuff that we are doing in our city. So how is that you supporting us? Then you come in regulatory system. So it has to be a seated conversation with people that are in front, like the front fear of this, the shareholders of what we are doing. Let's have the conversation. Let's get it better and let's get it right.
Okay, before we go to Dr. Sanusi now, let me ask you this question. We know that we have different aspects of content creation, and these days we see a lot of people coming out to attack people, and they call that content creation. For instance, if they do not like someone or someone's brand is not in favor of them, they come online, set the camera and start talking negative about that person and influencing others to go into the aid session for that person. As a brand ambassador who also is a content creator, do you see into telling some of your colleagues in the other aspect of content creation of what they should do or not, what they should not do, so that content creation as a body will not be seen as something unserious or something that could be set aside when you come about some videos or some content about some people and say, yes, that's how content creators do. Have you talked about it? Have you done any awareness about what to put out per time, what not to say per time, and how effective is this awareness?
So now, this is a big topic because the reason why I'm arguing on this is because 80% of everything that is outside now is negativity. And it is not just the work of content creators, to be fair. We have to come together. Now, if you first identify that content creation is a tool to better people's life, I feel like you're going to put more resources to make that industry better. Now, if you're a brand ambassador, you will not pick up your phone and talk bad on someone. So anybody that is doing that, most definitely does not even understand the value. You cannot have value and just put your mouth on anything. It does not work like that. The only reason why I'm here today is because there's value. And we are ready to get things done the proper way. So now, this is where it all comes in. Now, you guys and the authority and my learned colleague gets to make things better for us all. We can set up a summit. The last time I remember that Ogun State had a creative summit in Cultural Center. We brought in people to talk. And a lot of people were happy with that. Let's keep this up. Let people learn. Let people know that it can get better.
Okay.
Let me come to you, Dr. Sanusi. I should be asking him, but I know you can also answer this question as well. And the question is it too late, really, for those who probably are in their 30s, 40s, 50s now, and then felt they could have actually tapped into content creation back then when it actually started, or probably those who actually never had the opportunity of social media and content creation while they were growing up. Do you think it is too late to venture into content creation now, as a sustainable income?
It's nothing. Well, I have a philosophy. I said, so long as you wake up every morning, that shows that God loves you, you are alive, so you can do new and great things. Whether you're 60, 70, so long as your brain is still sharp. We're in a digital economy. I'm a lawyer. I use AI. I use GBT,
ChatGPT.
you know, a lot. I tap into all these tools. You understand? And even before all these tools came into place, I used to say to my children, if I draft something, I will pass it on to my children because they are the younger generation. The way they think is different from us.
The way your AI
And
there.
like he said, you know, if you're going to add value, you have to go with the flow. If you know, these people, I mean, when I say this younger generation, they're teaching us so many things. And it's either you sink or you swim. We are in it's not going to get better. I mean, sorry, it's not going to get worse for us if we don't join them. If you can't join them, what do you do?
If you can't beat them, you join them.
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
If you can't beat them, then you better join them. And I'm an advocate of joining them. Nobody, me, I'm not afraid to tell my age on air. You know, I'm 62 plus. And I went into Nifemi's page yesterday, and I'm like, when I get back to Nigeria, I'm going to get in touch with him.
You have a new student there. You have a new
You know,
student.
I encourage my colleagues. I say to them, I say, come and learn these SM tools. You understand? You know, we're in an
Okay.
age of earning
All
multiple
right.
streams of income.
Dr. Orisi Sanusi, it's unfortunate we have to leave the stage because time is
That's
fast
fine.
spent, and we have to leave the stage for other programs to come on. But we want to thank you so much for talking about this content creation as a tool to development and turning it into a sustainable job and income, especially here in Nigeria. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And we want to thank Spencer here, Nifemi Spencer, for coming on the program and teaching us what the content creation is. And from now, you have a new student, Dr. Orisi Sanusi will be coming to join you and learn about it. And I hope Dominic too, and others.
Is the award winning?
All right, thank you for your time on the program. Dominic, we have to leave.
Yes, we have to leave. We thank you so much for watching the program. That's the size of it for this week. Enjoy the rest of your day and the week ahead.